Alright everybody, the time has come. The time has come to go back to my natural hair color after dyeing my hair different unnatural colors for 5 years straight. Yeah, so today we're going to be dyeing this back to brown. Moment of silence for my colored hair era. Okay, anyway, let's get started, shall we? I have this trash bag, and I know what you're probably thinking, hey Anna, what's that trash bag for? And that's a wonderful question. My friend, one of my very best friends, taught me this trick that she uses when she dyes her hair. So shout out Lily for this trick. But basically, what I'm gonna do... wear this bitch like a poncho, and then when I'm done at the end, I can just pull it up and then tie it off and cover up my hair. Isn't that genius? This is gonna make a lot of noise in the video though, so that's gonna be really annoying, and I apologize for that, but also, whatever. Also, sorry for my appearance. I've been rotting in bed literally all day. It is 7:30 p.m. and I've just now gotten out of bed to do this, and so you get what you get. But in my defense, it is the anniversary of one of the most, if not the most traumatic day of my life. When I almost died in a house fire, so... Anyway, now I know what you're probably thinking. She's for sure gonna section her hair off first, but I don't know that I am. That feels like a lot of work. If I can find a hair clip, I will. If I can't, then I don't care. I did find one, and it probably is a better idea to section it off, but that's just like a whole extra step. Okay. I sectioned that not good, but it's fine. Okay, I have actually never used boxed hair dye before. I am religiously loyal to a brand called Lunar Tides, the only problem being that they don't make like natural color, except for black, hair dye. And I couldn't find a brand that I liked that had brown hair dye that wasn't box dye. So I was like, okay, looks like we're box dyeing today. Which I'm not super thrilled about, actually. But it's okay. I've box dyed other people's hair for them, just never my own. I did get 2 boxes, just in case one box isn't enough, because I have a lot of hair. Thank God this comes with gloves, because I don't have any. Should I be doing this in my room? No. Am I going to anyway? Yes. If I can hair dye on this chair, I don't really care that much. Oh, I need scissors for this? That's stupid. I have to go get scissors. Okay, scissors acquired. I did also open the window just because, like, I feel like hair dye always smells insane. So if the car noises are louder, I apologize, but I'd rather not suffocate, okay? I feel like the Grinch whenever I have these gloves on because, like, my fingers are long. Like, you know? Oh god, why is it overflowing? What is happening? Oh god. I don't know that it was supposed to do that, but I'm having a time. I feel like a scientist. Like, I feel like I'm doing a science project. Yeah, this doesn't smell good. I'm glad I opened the window now. Over open tip, pointing away from your face. Shake vigorously until completed. Vigorously is such a good word. I'm afraid. Okay, now I just put it on my hair. Is that the next step? I'm just gonna, okay, don't come at me for technique. If you're a cosmetologist, if you're a hairstylist, I'm not, and I don't care, and I've done this a gazillion times, and I will be doing this with no technique, and just chucking it on my hair, and rubbing it in, and hoping it all works out. That is my disclaimer. If that's gonna upset you, go away. Respectfully. I've been dyeing my hair since 2019. Okay, so first, actually, 2018, technically, if you want to get technical, not full head. So basically, this is my hair journey as follows. When I was 18, I wanted a, like, balayage situation, and one of my friend's stepmoms is a hairdresser, and she said she could do it for me, but she gave me, like, not very good highlights instead, which is fine. It didn't look like the worst ever. It wasn't great, though. It certainly wasn't great. And then I had those for, like, I want to say, like, a year. Like, I let them grow out, and they started to look deeply horrendous, and it was just, like, a whole thing. But I didn't really care that much, and it was the first thing I'd ever done to my hair. My hair was literally, before she touched my hair was, like, down to my ass. I had never dyed it. I hadn't cut it since I was 13, and I was 18 now. And it was just like, oh wait, no, I was 17 when that happened because I was still in high school. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. My hair was down to my ass, had never been touched by like color or anything. And she trimmed it and then put those horrible highlights in them. And then when I was 19, I again wanted a balayage like every other basic white bitch on the planet. And one of my brother's ex-girlfriends said that they could do it, but then it got fucked up like halfway through. And she was like, do you just want to bleach your whole head? Do you just want to go blonde? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And thus begins a very long journey of me never leaving my hair the fuck alone. Did this come out of the clip? That's very annoying. So then I kept the blonde for, I want to say two years? I kept the blonde for quite some time, I think. And then, but it eventually became like a white blonde situation because I really wanted it to be like an ashy, pretty much white color. So I toned the fuck out of it, and then once I finally got it to like the basically white color that I wanted, I was like, why don't we add purple? So then I split dyed my hair half purple, half blonde, which is so obnoxious when I think about it because I spent so much time trying to get my hair to like the white blonde color that it was, and then the second that I successfully did, I dyed it half purple. Like, why did I? That was not my brightest move. And it was like a light purple, which is really nice, because light purple is my favorite color, so obviously that was the first unnatural color I had to do, you know what I mean? And then, eventually, I got sick of the split dye, because like, upkeep of split dye is kind of a pain in the ass. So then I dyed my entire head light purple. Honestly, I don't even think the split dye lasted that long, but then I dyed my entire head light purple, which I really liked, actually. It's one of my favorites that I've done. And then I had that for a while, and then I chopped, like, all of my hair off. Like, I still had pretty long hair, and I chopped it to my shoulders with kitchen scissors. Which also, that was the beginning of the journey of me never leaving my hair alone with scissors, which is a whole other thing. Then I dyed my hair dark purple, but it was so dark at first that it literally looked black, unless it was in the sunlight, and even then, it, like, literally looked like I had dyed my hair black. But it was kind of a slay, and then it faded, and it was like, my roots were really grown out, so I had like grown out brown roots, and then like really faded, weird, dark purple, light purple situation going on. It didn't look great, and it was still shorter at this point. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to my natural hair color, and then I dyed my hair brown, but it was like way lighter than my natural brown, and it didn't look very good. And then I tried to fix it, and I dyed it a darker brown, but it faded really quickly. So I didn't love that. And I literally only had that for like a month, maybe 2 months. 3 months tops. Like, I did not have the brown hair for very long at all. And then I dyed it black. Like, black. Which I really loved, actually, to be honest with you. And I also clearly really like doing dark hair for the winter. So I dyed it like just in time for winter that time. And then after black hair, I had the bright idea. I really wanted to go, well, at first I wanted to go ginger. Yeah, you're thinking, how the fuck are you gonna go from black dyed hair to ginger? Great fucking question. And then, like, partway through, I was like, I kind of just want to dye it orange. Not like ginger, but like orange. So I started putting like vitamin C and baking soda, baking powder? I don't remember. Baking soda. I'm an idiot, I'm sorry. But I started putting baking soda and vitamin C and Dawn dish soap in my hair to try and fade the black out, and it actually worked really well. That might not be great for your hair. I didn't actually really look into how good it is for your hair, but it worked. It certainly faded the black, and then I bleached it, my whole head, again, and dyed it orange. And I actually really liked the orange. It was a slay. Not so much the first round, but when I touched it up the second time and it was like a slightly lighter orange, it was a slay, and I had the orange for quite some time. And honestly, I feel like I was really emotionally attached to the orange. Like, I almost didn't want to change it when I did, but I get really, once I started dyeing my hair, I got like super restless about my hair. Like, I'd get like a slight inkling of wanting to change it, and then it'd be all I could think about, and that's still how I am to this day, so. But that started to happen. I started, like, I had one hair color for too long, and I started to get a little restless about it. And so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add black to it. and it was so sick. I was thinking my original inspo was like, you know, Christina Aguilera when she had like the black streaks in her blonde hair. That was my inspo, but like instead of blonde, orange, and then the black streaks. And I was so excited about it, and it looked so sick. Like, it looked awesome. It was mostly like the underneath of my hair and then a few streaks on top, but I love, still to this day, how it turned out. It looked so good. That's like, again, one of my favorite things that I've ever done to my hair. But when I did this, I already knew what I was doing next. And like I said, if I have like an idea in my head of what I want to do to my hair, it's like all I can think about. So because I had already made the decision of like what I was going to do to my hair after this, regardless of how much I liked how that looked, it didn't last very long because I was already thinking about the fact that I wanted to dye my hair this red, like burgundy color that it is right now. Well, was. But I was like, I like the black. Like, I don't think I'm going to do anything to the black. I'm just going to dye the burgundy over everything because I don't mind if the black and burgundy stays. Like, I think that would look pretty sick. And it did. But honestly, the burgundy covered the black way more than I thought it was going to, which was strange because, like, I didn't think anything was going to cover black hair dye. But the burgundy kind of did. And so the black and burgundy didn't really have its moment, to be honest. And then I started thinking, I was like, I have been dyeing my hair off and on for the last 5 years. And it could probably use a break. And also the upkeep of dyed hair is like such a pain, and it's time consuming, and it's just like a whole thing. And while I love having unnaturally colored hair a lot, and I'm gonna miss it and feel super boring with natural colored hair, I just think it was time, you know? Going back to my roots. Ha, get it? Do you get it? Like, do you get it? Also, I don't have like one of those brush applicator things right now or anything. I don't know what happened to mine. I did used to have one, but I don't know what happened to it. So this is the best technique that we're dealing with right now, okay? And I just don't care. But I feel like with dark hair colors, it's like you can almost get away with this more. Like, if it's like lighter, you have to be more precise. But if it's a dark hair color, you can really just kind of throw it on top and rub it all in, and it usually works out pretty alright. And again, I have 2 boxes, and also like I can always get more if I have to, if it doesn't completely cover the red, you know? I feel like I had more to say. I feel like I had talking points, like I was like, oh, these are things I want to talk to them about in this video. But brain empty. I can't believe 2023 is already almost over. Like, that is insane and wildly stressful to me. I also can't believe that my house burning down was already 7 years ago, because I do feel like that was much more recent than it is. Like, 7 years? Also, I feel like I'm permanently going to be stuck at the age 17 in my brain. Like, that's the age that I always think that I am for the first few seconds after somebody asks me how old I am. It takes me like a solid little bit there to like be like, oh, and give my real age and not 17. I really do feel like I had so much more to talk about. I feel like this layer is pretty decently saturated and I can go back over it. So let's drop some hair, shall we? I'm so mad at myself for like forgetting my talking points. I so often will like think of something and I'm like, oh, I really want to like talk to them about that or tell them about that. And then my first thought will be, oh, I should write that down so I don't forget. And then the little evil voice in the back of my head goes, you don't need to write that down. You'll remember. You have a great memory. And I seldom ever remember. Like, genuinely. And it's so bad. And you think I would learn and start writing things down, but I really just don't. Excuse me. So sorry. Is it really an Anna Violett video if I don't burp at least once? Like, I know that's gross and like an off-putting trait, but I can't help it. And like, I often, like, I burp a lot, and if I edit them all out, like, that's so much. Like, it often happens like in the middle of a thought, and so if I edit it out, it's like a weird, that's not the point, whatever. I don't have to justify my burps to you. Oh my god, the way that my hair is parted right now makes me look like I have a bald spot. I had a full 2-hour-long mental breakdown the other day because I like convinced myself that I was going bald. And I'm still not convinced that I'm not, so. I've been feeling really restless about like, I don't know, just like being in one place. Like, I've lived in one place for my whole life. And I've just been feeling very, very restless about it lately. Like I need like a change. Like really bad. Like I don't know why, but I just feel like claustrophobic, but about like a whole state rather than like being in an actual small space. And I just feel like I've got to go. Like I've got to get out of here, you know? And I was considering, you know how first of all, fuck Airbnb. Like I don't love the idea of getting an Airbnb. However, I heard that you can like get like month-long Airbnbs. And so I kind of want to like microdose living somewhere else by getting like a month-long Airbnb. Because I think like maybe that'll just satisfy the itch before I make like a real impulse decision and full send move without putting any thought into it. Like maybe I just microdose living somewhere else. I hope I don't have to use the other bottle. I think I might though. I promise that's not a bald spot. At least I don't think it is. Don't tell me it is because I'll cry. I don't need to have that spiral again, I fear. Thought I just heard something outside my open window. Spooky, scary. Also, next month, I will have been a year sober, which isn't like a huge accomplishment for me personally, because like, I didn't have like a problem with alcohol, like that's not why I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking, I swear to God, I just heard something that was very scary. Anyway, I didn't have a problem with drinking, like that's not why I stopped drinking, like I wasn't an alcoholic, so it's not like crazy exciting that I'm a year sober, but I just like, I don't know, I talked about it a little bit on TikTok, but I just like realized that I don't really like drinking, like I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel, and I don't really like being around drunk people, and hangovers definitely aren't worth it, and I, most of all, didn't like the person that I was when I was drunk. Like, I was making really poor decisions when drunk, and then not remembering them, or very much regretting them, and it was just not good, and it was like big, like, things that I definitely should have been sober for, that I just wasn't, and I don't have any memory of. And now I have like permanent anxiety about them, and that's like not cool. Like that's not cool. That's not a cool, fun thing. That's like not like it makes me really uncomfortable. And so I was like, I said that I wasn't gonna drink except for special occasions, but I guess there hasn't been an occasion special enough because I just haven't drank since last Thanksgiving. That was the last time that I drank alcohol. Also, my ID was expired, and I thought that if I didn't get it renewed, it would be easier to not drink, to like make the choice to not drink, because if I don't have an ID, I can't drink, you know what I mean? But I did get renewed recently because I had paperwork I had to fill out, but yeah, so a year sober. I'll probably celebrate by drinking. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm old enough to drink, by the way. Let me just clarify. Don't underage drink, kids. We're on the last layer, who's excited? I probably should have actually split this into 2 layers because this is a lot of hair. Oh no, okay, whatever. It's too late now. I'm getting a little worried that I'm not going to have enough for this last layer, but I think a full bottle is too much for this last layer. So that's obnoxious. But I mean, I guess I'd rather put too much than not enough, right? Luckily my roots are grown out to like here, so my camera did stop recording and I did not notice, and I did keep yapping for approximately 5 more minutes before realizing, because I have worms for brains, but that's fine. Because I probably didn't say anything too important, and none of it was what I still can't remember I was going to talk to you about. And I know that I'm going to finish filming this video and then remember what I was going to talk about, and that's going to piss me off. But anyway, I think I've saturated my whole head, and I did only use 1 bottle. I am kind of thinking that I'm going to have to go over it, but that is a decision I will make once I've washed this out and dried it and looked at it. But, come on, I'm already pleased with my decision. Like, as much as I love being blonde and having other lighter hair colors, I was made for dark hair, and that's just a fact I can't deny anymore. Like, it's undeniable. Like, come on. Okay, now I'm going to show you the magic that is this trash bag poncho. Turned. You'll see, okay? Okay, I put a robe on underneath as to not flash you when I pull this trash bag up over my head. I know, very considerate. But, basically, what I will be doing here, I should have kept the gloves on for this. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to right? Oh, my ear's sticking out looks very funny. Okay. Oh. Excuse me. Okay, see, now my hair is in the trash bag, right? And then, take the trash bag full of hair. Find the little thingies. Oh, I really should have kept the gloves on for this. I am getting hair dye all over me. Anyway. Nice and tight. Tie it closed. And then my hair's just in there. Now it can cook without touching all my stuff, although I did cover myself in hair dye while doing that. Somehow. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for however long I'm supposed to. I should have kept the instructions probably. I'm gonna leave it on for like 30 minutes. That sound good? Yeah. And then we'll assess. We'll reveal. Okay, let's absolutely fucking go. Here's the reveal. It is literally 2 days later because I did half forget that I hadn't filmed the reveal yet, but also because I did have to go over it again with the second box because you could still see the red through it, and you still can in the sunlight or in certain lighting, but it's okay because it adds depth, and I really like it, I think. I don't know why I said I think. I do. I really like it, and I had a good run, a good 5-year run of dyeing my hair, but it's over. Maybe I will go back to it one day, but for now I just need to let my hair chill and be left alone. But I really like it, so I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've exhausted all of my talking points for this, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is the reveal. I probably should have brushed it beforehand. Oh, my cat. You guys want to meet my cat? This is Banksy. She's my pride and joy. She's very round. R.I.P. to my colored hair era. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next Monday.